Just as with the iPhone 15 Pro series, which we recently reviewed, the Apple Watch 9 receives a very minor facelift, but under the hood introduces a noticeably faster processor and a few other unique features. Faster Siri and on-device responses, as well as double tap, as cool as it may seem, probably aren't enough to justify upgrading from your current Apple Watch if, say, it's only a few years old like my Series 5. But if your current Apple Watch is maybe a little bit older and feeling sluggish, or maybe you've just been missing out on some of those newer health tracking features which have been introduced over the past few years, then the new Apple Watch Series 9 may offer enough of an upgrade this year to be worth the switch. When going back and forth between the Series 9 and my older Series 5, I certainly did notice that extra snappiness.
Siri, show me my messages.
You have new messages and 16 conversations.
The increased brightness outdoors, and also appreciated the new health metrics that it offered.
Siri, how did I sleep last night?
But unsurprisingly, I wasn't blown away with this new watch. Then again, I am someone who uses my Apple Watch Series 5 as more of an extension of my phone, a more convenient way to receive my notifications and track my workouts. That said, I didn't buy this watch for myself. Instead, it was actually for my partner who, after 6+ years as an Android user, has finally made the switch back to Apple. Now, before getting too excited about the Series 9, rumors have it that next year's Apple Watch, which is probably going to be dubbed the Series X, will sport some dramatic and very exciting design updates. But for right now on the Series 9, we have the same rounded square design that we've had for years. Unchanged from the Series 8, this year's watch also is available in 41mm or 45mm and starts at $399 and $429 respectively in either aluminum or stainless steel. Your colors this year for stainless steel can be in graphite, gold, and silver, while the aluminum case offers 5 colors. That's the same Midnight, Starlight Silver, and Product Red, which were available in previous versions, along with a new color, Light Pink. But more importantly, the Series 9 has a brighter 2000 nit always-on display, which can also dim to just 1 nit, making it more readable in direct sunlight, but also less jarring to use in the middle of the night. Inside the Series 9, we have the new Apple S9 processor, which uses a 4-core neural engine that enables on-device processing that is 2 times faster than its predecessors. The Series 9 also includes the 2nd generation ultra-wideband chip, UW2, which grants better integration for playing music on HomePod or finding your iPhone or other Apple devices faster using the new precision finding. Just as before, it will give you haptic and audible feedback, but new for this year, you're also going to get a visual indication as you get closer to what you're trying to find. So whether your phone is stuck under your sofa, bed sheets, or as I've embarrassingly done before, in your fridge, you'll be able to find your devices a lot more easily this year. There is a catch though. You need to have it paired with an iPhone 15, as of this review, or newer, which has that newer U2 chip. Now, beyond being a better tool to find your other devices, the Series 9 is actually more useful on its own. One of the biggest advantages to the new processor is that it finally supports on-device Siri responses.
How many hours of sleep did I get last night? How tall is the Statue of Liberty?
The Statue of Liberty is 305 feet tall.
Up to the Series 9, previous generations actually relied on a Wi-Fi connection or being paired with your smartphone in order to process most requests. And even with more basic prompts, this often made using Siri feel slow, unreliable, and oftentimes it didn't even work. Accessing your health data has also experienced a huge improvement.
Siri, what's my blood oxygen?
As Siri can answer a variety of health and wellness questions with responses based on the information in your health app. Users can ask how many hours they got to sleep, what their blood oxygen level is, or ask to measure their heart rate. Each request will bring up the associated health app and its last reported measurement, which can really help those who are focusing on health improvement. Now, tied in with this, the Series 9 will be able to directly log new inputs like changes in weight, data for period tracking, as well as any medications recorded for the day. However, it is worth noting that in the fine print, these measurements are announced but not currently available, as they are planned to be released via a software update later this year. On a positive note, This was a major draw for my partner, a registered nurse who is always interested in the latest healthcare technology and how it can be used to improve holistic wellness for users. Honestly, Siri still needs a lot of work and feels several years behind Google and Alexa, but at least for right now with the Series 9 update, the Apple Watch feels like it can operate more independently without your phone. Now, as we discussed a little bit earlier, if you've heard anything about the Series 9, it's probably double tap. But unlike the usual double tapping on screen that we're already used to, this uses your fingers, allowing users to interact with their watch screen without having to actually touch it at all. This might sound familiar. Leading up to the 2024 release of the Apple Vision Pro, which is going to cost an eye-watering $3,499, the Apple Watch Series 9 is giving us a taste of that future. And if Apple plays their cards right, maybe an itch for it a little bit more. By tapping your index finger and thumb together, you can trigger Apple Watch with one hand. This includes answering calls, opening or dismissing notifications, playing music, and scrolling through and selecting quick responses to a text message, for example. While this innovation has impressed many of those watching, it's also made a few of us wonder, doesn't my watch already do this? And it's true, hand gesture controls have actually been around for some time now, since actually watchOS 8 via an accessibility setting called Assistive Touch. When enabled, this gives you the ability to use double pinch, fist clench, and double fist clench control as gestures to control tasks on your Apple Watch. It's something that we've tried before when it was first announced, though unless we truly didn't have access to our second hand, we found using the traditional on-screen controls and buttons to be much more convenient for the most part. With that said, the Series 9's new double tap takes Assistive Touch to the next level. Double tap will interact more intuitively within the Apple Watch, acting as the primary button in an app, opening and scrolling through widgets and selecting specific actions with more precise controls. While Assistive Touch can play a similar role to this feature, it doesn't allow for as much variety to the control as the user has with a single gesture. Each movement can be paired with one action, such as one pinch to go forward, a clench to go backwards, and double pinch can be used as a tap. If you're looking for a way to answer calls, dismiss notifications, and hit the snooze button, you can still do that just by turning on Assistive Touch. But if you're looking for a better one-hand experience that changes how you interact within your apps, closer to what we saw unveiled with the Vision Pro, then double tap is a feature that might be worth the upgrade for you. That is, when it comes out. Currently, just as with a lot of those health app integrations and upgrades we mentioned earlier, double tap will be available with the release of Apple Watch OS 10.1, which is planned for later this year. Until we can test this, the Apple Watch Series 9 offers a very similar experience to previous generations of Apple Watches. That said, it's faster, it's more reliable, and it can work more independently from your phone. While these improvements can be noticeable for the average user still enjoying their current Apple Watch, they're probably not worth the upgrade. And for the most part, it might be worth waiting until the Apple Watch Series 10 or X is released sometime later next year. So thank you again for checking out the Apple Watch Series 9. This has been Paul with MakeUseOf.com. Let us know your thoughts on this watch in the comments down below, and until the next one, we'll catch you later.